Hello out there and welcome to English Teacher Plays. We're here with Colony Ship, a post-Earth role-playing game, which is a new game. It's coming out very soon, and full disclosure, I did receive my copy for free. Now, why do we have no... There's good music going on and stuff. There we go. Now you guys can hear the music, because all would have just been me talking. I don't know why it was down so low. That's fine, I fixed it. So we're going to play this game. Ooh. Geez, that is a pretty intense opening character screen. Right, so these are the different people we can pick, I guess. So these are the dudes we can pick. All right, there's like 4 different versions. Oh, there are like 4 different versions of each one. What about girls? What are the options for the girls? The girls look pretty cool. Man, I like the girls ones better. They have like way more cool colors and stuff. What do we have here? I mean, that's basically what I look like, isn't it? We'll just go with that. It's fine. What is... So that's our portrait, I guess. Absalom. How about we call ourselves Mr. Jacobs? That seems good. Alright, so we can change the skin. Man, we look nothing like the photo there. Surely it should like auto pick us a dude that kind of looks like that, right? Right, alright. Beard, sure, we'll go with a little beard. That's okay. Fine, we'll go with that. Tattoos. Sure, scars. We'll have some. Can't change his clothing, but we can change his gloves for some reason. Gloves, no gloves. Gloves, fingerless gloves, or no gloves. Okay. So now we can allot our stats. Okay. And we can tag some skills. So it's like, with the skill tagging, it reminds me of Fallout. Like the original Fallout 2 and stuff. Which I played a lot of. So Cult Leader requires 10 Charisma. Okay. Requires 10 Perception. So these are some stuff that we could potentially start with. Opportunist, Fast Draw, Quick Fingers. Okay. Captain. Oh. Party members only. Accuracy. Right. So we have 1 feat available. And there's a lot of cool feats. Right. There's a lot of stuff there, man. That is a lot of stuff. Alright, so let's go ahead and spend some points. So perception, accuracy of the weapons, intelligence, number of tagged skills. Yeah. Well, let's go up on the intelligence, yo. Nice. Oh, Mastermind. Extra feat every 3 levels starting at level 2. Plus 50% skill learning rate. Well, I like that. We might have to do that. That might be the cheaty way to do it. Charisma will take up as well. I don't know what the stats are out of, so I don't know what a good stat is. But that's fine. Sure. We'll go with the charisma character. We've got one of those. Alright, so we can tag 4 skills. What if we take our intelligence up even higher? Oh, 10 is the highest. Right. Okay. I see. So we go like that, then we don't have like a... We don't have a bad thing. Right, that's fine. Alright. So we're gonna be called. Let's go Mastermind, I think. We want some more feats. There we go. And we're gonna tag some skills. Right. Let's go Persuasion. What does impersonate? Different required to be the person you need to be. Right. Sure, let's go impersonate. I don't know, man. Let's go... Sure, let's go lockpick. And what is electronics? You'll never run out of things to fix. Yeah, there we go, like a Decker. Yeah, let's go with computers. And we won't tag any weapon skills because we are living dangerously. All right, cool. So we're that guy. Oh wait, what unspent points do I have? Oh, I wasn't. I was just spending points. All right, I see. So tagging stuff. Oh, it doesn't have a hover thing. Maybe we should tag a. Maybe we should tag a weapon skill. I don't know. Double learning rate. We'll go with a pistol. Sure. Yep. Alright, it is the year of our Lord, 2754. You will never feel the sun's warmth under a blue sky, never hear the wind in the branches of a tree, and never swim in the ocean, because you had the misfortune to be born on the ship. I feel like this could be voice acted, and that would be cool. You'd have someone with like a deeper voice, and they would be like, you have never seen Earth, and you'll never see Proxima Centauri either. Your past and future both sacrificed by some dim and nameless ancestor to the greater good of the mission. Starfarer, they called her, a pretty name for a retrofitted interplanetary freighter. She had already been 20 years in service when she was rechristened, and showing every minute of it. No one is certain the ship will actually reach its destination, and nobody much cares, since no one alive now will live to see it. Fatalism is the prevailing philosophy of the shipborne. Make the best life you can and consign all your what-ifs and might have beens to the void. Right. Yeah, let's answer some questions. I love it. Alright, the ship was launched by a neo-Christian conglomerate. Right. It's a religious colony on a distant world. The original 50,000 passengers were true believers in the mission. Alright. Strict obedience to the laws of God and the ship from their children. Unfortunately, the generations that followed lacked their fervent will to sacrifice. There was a revolt, okay, called the Mutiny. Cool. And the mutiny metastasized into a... Metastasized, that's the word I'm looking for here. Into a civil war. While the mutineers dealt a decisive blow to the old order, they did not eradicate it completely. The protectors of the mission, the Brotherhood of Liberty, and the Church of the Elect, each of them promising their own version of the future. You've always thought that. Rebelling against the ship authority was a mistake. The mutineers did the right thing. Why should the shipborne blindly bow to the edicts of their centuries dead ancestors? Though they would deny it, the mutineers were fulfilling God's will when they toppled the old order. Oh. Yeah, who cares? That's me. In fact, you would go on to say, the farther away they all stay from you, the better. Revolutions have never lightened the burden of tyranny. They've only shifted it to another shoulder. Yeah. Cool, so we're doing some personality tests. I like it. It's like the, what is the test called in Fallout 3? I can't remember. Anyways, the ship suffered extensive damage during the Civil War, but remains operational. It was breached in several places. Radiation increased in places to lethal levels. Oh, right. Were firstborn deformed. They were branded mutants. Fun, we've got mutants. That's great. With the condition of the fusion reactor degrading to dangerous levels and the number of volunteers for jobs in the area exposed to radiation remaining few. So the mutants do all the stuff. The mutants are an abomination. The mutants prove themselves useful by taking care of the reactor. Who's better to be exposed than those already affected by it? They save the world as we know it. That debt can never be repaid. If anything, we need to embrace the possibility of mutations as critical. Right. Yeah, there we go. Let's embrace those differences. The place you call home is known as the Pit, and to some more affectionately as the Free City, calling the towers of the containers rising from the depths of a cargo hold. A city is a bit of a stretch, and so is the other half of it. Sure. With no kind of law or government, freedom mostly means you are free to kill or be killed. On the plus side, housing is cheap and keeping overhead low is a priority when you have nothing. Sprawling across many decks are called habitats. They offer much better living conditions, but to live there you have to pick a side among the factions vying for control. Right. As far as you're concerned, true freedom means being free from laws passed by your supposed betters. Freedom means living in an interplanetary shipping container. To serve the state is to serve your brother. Now, some kind of rules is necessary, or else we'll descend into anarchy. Yep. Ship is en route to Proxima B, an Earth-like planet orbiting Proxima Centauri. Sure. Which revealed one minor setback. This very habitable world is already inhabited. Since the voyage is estimated to take close to 400 years, it's possible by the time the ship arrives, the colonists will encounter a mature civilization corresponding to Earth's late Middle Ages. Right. To live in harmony with New World's native sons and daughters. Yeah, we need to live in harmony. Sure. Well, there's a lot of these questions. Maybe I'll fast forward through the questions. They're very interesting. I like them, but I do want to get some gameplay going. But I'm already here. I'm for it. I'm already for the game. But I'm hoping the gameplay is good too. So we'll fast forward. Okay, so I died on the very first encounter. I should have just left. So now I've got to go through the whole character generation thing again, which I will do. I'll just remake my guy. It's fine. And then we'll do that stuff, I guess. I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, so we're into the game proper. It is very much about reading, which is fine, and that's a good choice. One thing that I'm struggling with, though, is that there don't seem to be any... There's no, like, sound effects of me walking around in the place, so what I've got... there's a lot of disconnect for me here, because I'm listening to the music and watching the screen, but there's no, like, sound effects of things happening. So that happened, but why can't I hear myself walking around? Why are there no footsteps of me walking around is my question, you know? Right. So we're sort of flying blind here. I don't know why we're in this area here. We can't zoom through the building, okay? So we got quite the big... So this is quite the big apartments for rent. No vacancy. Church of the Elect, right? Our quest is go to the Whiskey Jack Bar. Right, which we can do. That's Camp Town. Lockpick. So we can look at the whole map. So yeah, so I'd love for there to be sound, you know? I'd love for there to be sound over the thing. This thing is called the Suicide Special because it only has one shot. So you don't actually want to get into a fight with it. When I died last time, I shot it once and it was like, oh, right. So there's like literally no reason to be fighting. I need to have one of these skills. So then I've had to remake my character. And then I forgot to rename him. So his name's Jeremiah, which I guess is fine. That's Cole's... There we go. So this is where we want to go. I found it. I found where we want to go. We found the Whiskey Jack pub. What are we supposed to be doing? I'm supposed to talk to this guy. Here we go. What can I get you? The bartender spotted you, looking over the assortment of unlabeled plastic gallon jugs, each with its own unappealing liquid in some shade of brown. We got gut warmer, rat poison, high voltage, fire, water, and absolution. Every third round is free for as long as you're able to drink it. Wow. The ship provides the basics of human survival: recycled air, recycled water, and end tabs, recycled nutrients, and minerals pressed into chewable tablets. Great. Because the forefathers disapproved of drink, the ship was never configured to provide alcohol, but the law of supply and demand supersedes the dictates of religion. Right. Each bar has its own secret recipe. The wise drinker prefers to leave it a secret. Oh, we're getting offered a job, I guess. The bartender gives you a nod as he sets a beaten alloy mug on the bar and fills it with a black, oily liquid. You take a careful first sip, fighting your body's instinctive rejection of the poison. The writing's solid. I am enjoying the writing. Oh, my face is covering the writing here. After a few moments, the world is a slightly better place. I've got a job for you, Jeremiah, says Tanner, gesturing for another round. Interested? What kind of job? An easy one. He pulls a plastic rectangle from the compartment inside his sleeve and slides it down towards you. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move my face so you guys can, if you want to read. There we go. We're going to move my face so that you guys can read this stuff if you want. During the mutiny, the rebels looted every depot on the first level, but the automated defenses on the second stopped them dead. Right? Is it real? Miming a look of disbelief. Son, if you don't have the stones for it, just say so. Every scav worth a soul has been searching for this card for decades, but you're the one who found it? Okay. I wasn't looking for a long-lost access card, since I'm not a fool. I was looking for Technical Officer Ulysses Colton. Right. Not quite. I alone figured out how to find a man who changed his identity and died in obscurity nearly 100 years ago. Alright. This is his sidearm. He changed his name, but he couldn't change the serial number on his gun. Right. Inspect the pistol. It's an old, rust-covered energy pistol, fastened with tape. Its plasma chamber hasn't seen any action for decades. Yeah. And platinum. Nobody's even selling them anymore, so the ply must have all dried out. Yeah, figuring it out is the easy part. It's making them without proper materials and tools that's the hard part. Because it's easy. Hell, they used to make them back in the Middle Ages, revolvers and whatnot, except we use synthetic propellants. Yeah. Go see for yourself. When you come back, we'll have a proper conversation. Whatever it is, it'll be worth a lot of money. Right. Take Evans. I saw him at Abe's store earlier today. The dumb bastard almost shot me. Sounds like the right man for the job. Leave. Sure. Okay, so let's zoom back out. The Promised Land. Alright, so we got a strip club. Home comfort, quality furniture. We got a big generator here doing whatever it is. That's the power station. Okay. It's a transformer. Well, let's go check out the Promised Land, I guess. See what's going on up there. How do we... Oh, we can go in. Good. Doesn't really look like the Promised Land. What is this guy doing? What are these guys all up to? Why does this look so shady? That all looks very shady, my guys. All right, what are we doing? He spills a few drops on the counter, and they shimmer and gleam in the light, dissolving the paint and etching the metal. Yeah, too long if you ask me. Maybe it's time to head back to the habitat. Alright, if you think the mission is more important than anything else, you'd feel right at home in the Protectorate. Hell, you might even be leading that parade. But if it's freedom you crave above all else, then you won't find a finer place than the old pit. Right? Too much freedom. Truth to be told, I won't mind some stability, and if I have to join a club to enjoy it, then so be it. Right. Alright, well, let's go talk to this guy, I guess. Keep walking. Sure. Let's go out here and see what this guy has to say. Mr. Redford doesn't want to be disturbed. Okay. Cool. I won't disturb him then, I guess. Let's go up here and check out Cole's gadgets. Frank Boswell. We're adding stuff to our map, I guess. Oh, okay. Let's talk to Cole. The name's Cole, says the proprietor, dark-skinned man in his 40s sporting an optical implant and a data jack. What do you sell? What kind of gadgets? Yeah. Got the plain old flashbang, gas, smoke, anything you need. Alright, what do you mean by relics? Time warp gizmos, brainwave disruptors. Oh, okay. Sure. Pointed at someone in the illusory experience we think of as time will slow to a crawl for them. Alright. What else have you got? Combat tech and implants. Alright. They come from dead people! They come from dead people! As it slowly pivots, you see on its reverse side a much worn barcode and brown spots that look like dried blood. 4 previous owners, no register complaints, and still performs up to factory specs. I'd be willing to practically give it to you for amount credits. Right, so there are still some bugs here, because it doesn't say how much it costs. I've got 1,000 credits apparently, though, or he has 1,000 credits. I actually don't know. This is a 3rd generation Alternautics module. This particular unit's not too sophisticated, but it's upgradable like all the best tech, and it has an autofocus, which comes in handy in a firefight. Yeah, we already... Let's browse the wares, I guess. So this is the party inventory. Oh, we have a bunch of weapons. Why do I have so many weapons? And so many other things. That's... We've got a rifle. That is us, right? Yeah, that's us. And then he's got... whatever this stuff is. Stasis grenade. It's a bunch of grenades. So I can't buy any of that stuff. Alright. Cool. So how do we... Right. I don't... So if I'd known that last time, yeah, it needs to be a little bit more clear. We've got a key card. Sure. Or is it this is the shotgun? We'll go with the shotty. Sure. Alright, so I don't actually know what we're doing, but we're doing it. We've had one encounter. Let's talk to this guy now. Need some armor. How am I gonna steal stuff through... Ugh. How much... I don't know how much money we have. We do have 1,000 credits. Okay. Common respirator. So we can get some shoes. We can get a jacket. What are we currently rocking? We've got a vest. Alright. We got a vest and nothing else. Let's buy some stuff. What is this? Assault armor. I mean, assault armor seems good, and we can afford it. I don't know. What? I mean, like, why not buy it, I guess is the question. We'll sell the suicide special. Don't need that. We'll buy this helmet. Seems like a good deal. Ooh, shield arm guards. You'll buy that as well. How much money does that leave us? Quite a bit. 233, but this one is 64. Oof. Yeah, we'll go with the cool jacket because that's obviously what it wants us to do. 3-2. So these are both Raider boots. Reduce the damage from intoxic gas. I don't know, man. I don't know what we're doing. Let's kit up, I guess. Let's get it all kitted out. Sure. All right, so let's gear up. All right. Shoes and a jacket. That's a pretty cool jacket. Arms. Excellent. All right. Oh, and eyes. Alright, so we're all kitted out now. I'm going to fast forward till we get to some more content, though. Okay, so we're gonna go do a job, I guess. I'm struggling a little bit with the game because, like I said, there's no sound effects to anything that's going on, and I need there to be sound effects. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you open a gate or something, there's sound effects, but all we've got is this music, which you guys can hear, which is great, but then, like, the world just feels so detached from it, and it's not good. Also, there's obviously some coding missing and some other stuff. So, all in all, so far, I'm a little bit underwhelmed. The writing is good, though. Sure, I'll drink. So getting drunk in this game is definitely something that we do. Do I know you? I'm looking for that Chance guy. Is he... He said it was at the bar. I went up to the bar. I don't know who that is. Is that the guy I'm supposed to talk to? May the Lord have mercy on your soul. Okay. There's a lot to the map, which is cool. What is that guy doing? He's just standing there. The Department of Justice. Place your bets and win your fortune. Okay. Well, is this guy... I'm supposed to go talk to a guy named Chance. Maybe it's this guy down here. Yeah. He's got a gun. So it could be him. How is the target... Just come around. Oh, I got stuck on that stupid dude standing there, and it said the target was out of reach. Here we go. Earl told me I could find you here. Okay, yeah, good. You know what the job is, right? If things go smoothly, I make the deal and you get paid for doing nothing. That's what I'm hoping for, of course, but if the Grangers turn weasel on us, you need to stand up and fast. If I don't get paid, you don't get paid. Yep, I'll handle my end. Let's go. We're going to go do some combat, I think. You follow Chance to the outskirts of the pit, out beyond the densely populated center. The environment, ironically, gets more orderly as the towering container stacks fall into countless perfectly squared rows. Right. Soon you arrive at the only open container in sight, a dull glow within signaling a human presence. Alright, so we're going inside. 3 men stand silently about a portable heater, the ship equivalent of the Frontier campfire, minus the good cheer. The left side of the face is disfigured. Yeah, I can see that. And with gruesome saucer-sized scars, like vicious sucker marks. From one of these rippled craters, the angry orange light of an ocular implant is doing duty for a missing eye. Alright. Right. Chance hurriedly yanks a dusty old control module from his belt bag and passes it to Scarface. His name is Scarface. The Granger glances down at it, no more than a quick take, and tosses it to the ground. What's the deal? You wanted a tower control module? I brought you a tower control module. Now where's my money? I got shit to do. Both in naked appeal for support and to give himself a break from looking at his mark. His implant is giving you a hard stare, and you're guessing it's doing more than just staring. Judging by the design, it's military hardware, already locked in and analyzing the target. Yeah, Scarface stares at you for a few seconds of his testing your resolve, then says pay them to his men. In response, all 3 of them raise their guns. Right. So... This is bad. Right. What about if I move him here? I think it doesn't matter if he dies. He's got way more health than I do. Okay. So let's start the combat, I guess. So he's crippled. Oh, he's dying. We're gonna get killed here, I think. Sure. So how many action points does he have? Can he hit him? Out of range. Blocked. Nice. Alright, now come outside. Alright, so he's gonna shoot at me, I guess. I got staggered. Yeah, combat just seems really, there doesn't seem to be a good reason to be doing combat. Sure. I mean, I have no ammunition. Right. Not enough action points. Okay, so we die. Right. So, I've got some concerns. Yeah, I've got some concerns about the game. For sure. Let's go look at the description. Alright, Colony Ship, a post-Earth role-playing game. Colony Ship is a turn-based, party-based role-playing game set aboard a generation ship launched to Proxima Centauri. The game features a detailed, skill-based character system, multiple ways to handle quests, choices and consequences, and branching dialogue trees. Developed by Iron Tower Studio. It's an early access game. That's good because it has a lot of work to do. There's a lot of work that needs doing. We're making this game for you, so not only your feedback matters a great deal, it's an integral part of the design process. Alright, so the first chapter is ready to be evaluated. You want to see how we feel. A year and a half of early access. Mission Control, Shuttle Bay, Habitat in the end of Chapter 2, Heart, Bridge in the end of Chapter 3, and Endgame, Chapter 4. Right, the full version will have 4 chapters. So the first chapter is 25% of the game. I mean, it seems like... It feels like combat's really important, which is fine. I did take a job that said I had to have a gun, but I don't... Even if I had, like, 60 health points or whatever, that wasn't a mission that I would have been able to do, because the enemies are bullety. They're bullet sponges. They're, you know... I had a shotgun and I didn't do anything to them, and that's fine, because I'm not a combat character, but there wasn't an option to not do the combat there. You know, like, there was no option for me to try and talk my way out of that, which is fine. It's fine, but I don't know. It says that there's different ways of beating different levels, but the very first encounter that there is when you go to that little bar, when I played the first time, I ran into those guys and they just killed me. And so I started a new character, and knowing what the skill check was, picked skills so that I could beat that skill check so I could talk my way around it. But, like, I don't know, man. Like, the start of the game shouldn't be so punishingly hard that you don't get to play. And the sound, they're not being, like... There being no sound effects for when you're walking around, and just having the constant throb of music, you know, just the music there, instead of having, you know, letting us have a bit of silence, I mean, not silence, but let us have a little bit of room tone so that we can feel, you know, like the creak and the movement of all these shipping containers, and what that might actually sound like if we were in there, and like the sound of our footsteps as we run around. And, you know, when we go into a bar, the sound of, like, you know, just like the murmur of people talking and stuff. all that kind of stuff that makes the world come alive. Because as it stands, the world feels very disconnected from everything. There's just stuff happening on the screen while some pretty bleak music plays through the headphones, and they're not connected by anything. I feel most connected to the game when I'm clicking on menu option, because at least then it goes beep, 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 and then I know that the game's actually paying attention to me and I'm not just watching stuff happen. They're going to raise the price with each chapter. It says, challenging turn-based combat. You will die a lot. Your character isn't a great hero destined to save maidens in distress and kittens stuck on trees. Your character stats and skills determine what you can and cannot do. Prepare to fail a lot of skill checks, which really is okay. You can't be great at everything right. Since it's a role-playing game, the players need plenty of choices to craft their own tales. These choices will come with consequences, good and bad, giving meaning to those choices and altering your tale. Sure. Some players like it as it makes the game more replayable, others don't. Right. So, I understand making a difficult game. I get that. I totally get that. That's fine. I'm down for a difficult game. I've played several role-playing games all the way through on Insanity. The problem that I have with the difficulty here is that it kind of comes out of nowhere. There's not a lot of sort of preamble to it. Like, the first time I died was a couple of junkies who I could have walked away from, I guess. But I don't know, man. Like, I guess I'm trying to play a game and not experience real life. If I was walking down the street and I saw some junkies in an alley, I wouldn't approach them. But since I'm playing a video game and it's literally the very first interactable place, I'm going to interact with them. And then I'm like, oh, I'll approach them. And then talking them out of it, there's 2 really specific skills out of a big list, which is fine. And then I got killed. And so then I had to start over. And then I did start over and I did that. And then the very next sort of combat I got into, despite going to get geared up and everything, I got killed. And I don't think there was a way for me to not get killed there, other than doing different stuff before I went there. And I don't know how to do that because the quests are just kind of like, go to this place. And it's like, but where is that? And like I said, it just feels so disjointed. Everything feels completely disconnected from everything else because there's no sound. So you're just walking around in admittedly very cool and highly realized environments, but the sound design is just so lacking. Not to mention the actual bugs that I ran into where the guy's like, oh, I would sell it to you for amount in brackets. It's like, what's the amount? Sure. Skill-based character system with feats and implants, tactical turn-based combat. Yep, the turn-based combat is... I don't know, man. Like, it's okay, but it's not explained, like, at all. I thought that first combat was going to be, okay, so this is how you do this thing, this is how you do this thing, and it kind of gives you a little bit, but then they just kill you. So it's not even really hand-holding there. Multiple quest solutions, mutually exclusive quest lines, and a branching main storyline. 10 recruitable party members. Only 3 available in the first chapter. 3 main factions. A large arsenal, including all this kind of stuff. Different environments to explore. Yeah, I mean, look. There are definitely worse early access games out there. I like the concept. I definitely like this style of game. Like I played Fallout, I played Fallout 2, I played Pillars of Eternity, I played Planescape Torment. I'm down for this kind of game with lots of text. What I don't really enjoy is just being killed for no reason. I mean, the game says that. It says challenging turn-based combat, you will die a lot. But that's not necessarily a selling point. Because what you're saying is that there aren't multiple ways to solve the game. The game requires you to spec into combat regardless of what you want to do. Ideally, they add in some more options for chatting with people, because that's what I made. I made a chatting type person and like I wasn't really experiencing a lot of options to do stuff with my skills or with my stats. It didn't seem to make any difference whatsoever to anything. I know I didn't get very far, but I did play for 40 minutes, and my stats and skills weren't that relevant. So let's look at Iron Tower Studio and see what else they've got. So they also made a game called Dungeon Rats. So this is a turn-based, party-based RPG set in the Age of Decadence. Okay, it's got mostly positive reviews. And we've got a game literally called The Age of Decadence, which is another turn-based squad RPG. So that's their bread and butter, I guess, the Iron Tower Studios. They make these types of games. So let's look at The Age of Decadence, because I've never heard of it. Literally never heard of it. Low magic, post-apocalyptic fantasy world. The game features detailed skill-based character system. Right, and extensive dialogue trees. Sure. It is about passing skill checks in order to improve your incredibly bad animated hero. Or even guessing what these checks will be. You either need to find out by endless trial and error or by using community guide. Once you have farmed all skill points this way, the fighting starts. Fighting is basically an animated dice game. Yes, you can make mistakes, which make it even less likely that you win, but even if you play it right, it'll be ultimately down to your luck. Right. Okay. Lots of saving and reloading. Right, so it seems like that's just a feature of their games. So the trick to winning at Colony Ship, a post-Earth role-playing game, is to trial and error your way through to get as many skill points as you can, and then spec into combat so that you can do the combat and then play that. So I'm hoping that the game gets better. I'm hoping that they improve some stuff. I liked the character generation. That was cool. I was on board, but there's a lot of stuff that I'm not super keen on. But if you like what you see and you're interested in this, maybe check out their other games first, because it looks like they're using the same sort of engine, the same sort of programming and everything, and just reskinning it and making new stuff. I'm sure there's more work going into it than just that, but it does look like they've got a niche in there, and they're really driving into it. So if you don't want to wait for this one, but you want to check out what they might have, check out Age of Decadence, or was it Desert Rats or Sewer Rats or something like that. And otherwise, add this to your wish list. Click on the link in the description, leave me a comment, like and subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And I will see you guys next time. Class dismissed.